let's dive into something super important that can make a major difference in your life. We're going to talk about setting goals. And not just any goals. We're going to focus on SMART goals. Now, you might have heard about SMART goals before, but what does it actually mean? How do you set them? And most importantly, how can they help you achieve what you want in life? Stick around because we're going to explore all of this. Plus, we'll give you practical tips on how to break down those big goals into manageable tasks. This will help keep you motivated, even when the going gets tough. Let's get started. So, SMART goals. What are they? SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These 5 elements are what make your goals clear, realistic, and attainable. When you apply the SMART framework, you're not just setting a goal, you're creating a detailed plan to reach it. Let's break it down. First, specific. Your goal needs to be clear and well-defined. Saying "I want to be healthier" is too vague. But saying "I will lose 10 pounds in 3 months by exercising and eating healthier" is specific. The more specific your goal, the clearer your path will be. Next, we have measurable. You need to be able to track your progress. How will you know when you've reached your goal? By making it measurable. Using the previous example, losing 10 pounds is measurable. You can step on a scale and see your progress. But if your goal isn't measurable, it's hard to know if you're moving in the right direction. Now let's talk about achievable. Your goal should stretch you just a bit but still be attainable. Setting a goal that's too difficult can be discouraging. Instead, choose something challenging but possible. If you've never run before, setting a goal to run a marathon next month might not be achievable. But setting a goal to run a 5K in 3 months could be. The fourth part of SMART goals is relevance. Your goal should be aligned with your values and long-term objectives. Ask yourself why this goal matters. Will achieving this goal move you closer to where you want to be in life? If the goal doesn't fit into the bigger picture, you might struggle to stay motivated. Make sure it's relevant to your overall life plan. Finally, we reach time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline, a timeline, or a time frame. Without one, you might procrastinate. A goal with a deadline creates a sense of urgency. It encourages you to focus and take action. So instead of saying "I want to lose weight," say "I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months." That gives you a specific timeline to work with. All right, we've covered what SMART goals are. Now let's talk about how to put them into action. This brings us to our first tip: breaking your goals down into manageable tasks. No matter how well crafted your goal is, jumping straight into a big, ambitious goal can be overwhelming. Instead, break it down. Divide your big goal into smaller tasks that you can complete step by step. These smaller tasks act like stepping stones. They make the larger goal less intimidating and more manageable. For example, if your goal is to write a book, that's a huge task. But breaking it down into smaller tasks like write an outline, complete the first chapter, or edit chapter 3 makes it far more manageable. Each completed task gives you momentum to keep going. Another key tip is to set specific milestones. Milestones mark important points in your journey toward your goal. Think of them as checkpoints. Each milestone you reach is a small victory. It helps keep you motivated because it shows you're making progress. These milestones should be connected to the tasks you've already broken down. Now let's talk about something called eating the frog. This concept comes from a famous productivity technique. The idea is simple. Your frog is your biggest, hardest, and most important task. If you eat that frog first thing in the morning, you've already accomplished something significant before the day gets going. By making a habit of starting with your hardest task, you build momentum for the rest of your day. The smaller and easier tasks that follow will seem much more doable after you've tackled the most challenging task early on. This habit not only keeps you productive, but also boosts your confidence throughout the day. Finally, we need to discuss the 80-20ths rule. Maybe you've heard of it before. It's also known as the Pareto principle. The 80-20ths rule states that 20% of your efforts will usually account for 80% of your results. So instead of trying to do everything, focus on the most important tasks that will create the biggest impact. Let's say you're in sales. Instead of spending your time on tasks that won't move the needle much, focus on that 20%. Maybe this means prioritizing calls to high-potential clients instead of working on less urgent paperwork. When you apply the 80-20ths rule to your goals, you focus on what truly matters. All right, let's recap. Today, we've learned that SMART goals are a powerful way to set yourself up for success. They involve being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Remember to break down your big goal into smaller tasks, set milestones, eat that frog first thing in the morning, and always focus on the most impactful tasks using the 80/20 rule. By following these steps, you'll find that your goals become more attainable and less overwhelming. You'll build momentum with each small step you take. Plus, you'll stay motivated because you'll see progress. So the next time you set a goal, remember these tips to create a clear plan that will guide you all the way to success. That's it for today's video. I hope you found these insights helpful. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tips on personal development and success. And remember, every day brings new opportunities to achieve your goals. So keep moving forward one step at a time with a positive mindset and a clear plan. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of new videos.